Hey everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to Unbearable 73. This is my my review of WWE Bash in Berlin. Should be short to the point. Only 5 matches. There'll be the full version will be on Rumble. The version you'll see on YouTube will have a big blotter over this image on the screen. So the Bash in Berlin took place in Berlin, obviously. And they'll have heavily German-themed wrestlers, with Gunther in particular. He's the hometown star. The first match was Cody versus KO. Spoiler, is the best match of the show. Here's my first annoyance, a female ref. I respect that women could be referees. The problem is there are things referees do in the story, like take heavy bumps and things like that WWE will not let a woman ref do. So in a match like this that could get a little brutal with KO being like what he is, they should have swapped this ref for the one in the next match. Personal opinion. The crowd was into it. They opened. They shook hands. They shook hands at the beginning. So it was like a friends match. Ring of Honor. Now Vince would have blown a gasket with this style of match. He hated everything these two did in the show. Lots of technical wrestling, lots of move versus counter move, which is again part technical wrestling. This is probably one of the most AEW like matches I have seen in WWE like ever. Okay, and there was nice storyline work with KO not going heel in the match at all. Right, I overall enjoyed it. It's the best to me. It was the best match of the show. In terms of pure in the ring, story-wise, that's still that's later with Punk and McIntyre, right? But in terms of in the ring work, it's this one. A couple quick flashes. These two really worked it over. Great opening match. Senton and win. Now our next match, so that was a 9.5 out of 10. There was maybe one or two little issues with some of the choices they made. Like there was some like they were trying to set something up on the top rope for quite a while. It got patently obvious they were trying to set something up, But it was what it was. Next is the women's tag title match. Cargill and Belair had separate entrances. That's a sign from creative of the pending split up. I'm tired of Belair's hair. Generally speaking, if you are, it is not believable that people aren't just constantly ragdolling her with that hair all the time. Okay. The match was a mess. Belair carried the match for her team. John Fire, Issel Dawn, and whatever Fire. I mean, I prefer they did good work too. Jade Cargill had a couple of nice spots, but flow of the match as a tag team, she's horrible. Belair was in for almost the whole match. They should use this break. This should have been used to break Cargill and Belair up. Where, like, for example, that's what I predicted in my picks was that they would lose. Belair would blame Cargill, do a heel turn, and beat the crap out of her. This is 3 out of 10. Next up was the next phase in CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, which is a classic leather strap match. That's a match which is essentially you have to beat the crap out of your opponent or disable him some way. Then while he's not capable of stopping you, walk to every corner and tap the top turnbuckle. They put these lights on to indicate who had the count or whatever. And then in theory, the way it's supposed to work is the referee makes a call that if your momentum gets stopped by your opponent, meaning he gets up and blocks you or whatever, then your count gets reset. Okay? So that's how it's supposed to work. The crowd was cheering anytime the strap was used. Good classic leather strap match. There was some pacing issues, and they force out this table shot like way too much, you know. And then nice, but it's nice Sterling progress for the Punk McIntyre feud. 8.5 out of 10. You know, there's the table they kept trying to set up over and over again. And Punk won, by the way. And now the next match. This is garbage. It was a garbage match. I gave it a 1 out of 10. And the only reason I gave it any points at all was because the only thing you need to see from this match is this one image. That's it. That's all that matters. That's all anyone's gonna remember. The self gratification material of that shot. A million people or a million men. You know what I mean. That's it. You know? And lastly, we get to the headline match. Now, the question here is, how does the dynamics of this match work when Gunther is more the heel right now than Randy, but Gunther is a face because he's in his home country. So that and these two gentlemen played that out quite well in the match. I always get a smile when I see Charles Robinson's ref. I remember when he used to be Little Nate. It was, and what the hell was Wade Barrett talking about? He goes, it's been about 15 years since Randy was not the most popular in the building. Randy's been a heel for most of his career. By definition, you're a heel, you're hated, not popular. You know. And then both mentioned working classic wrestling style, working body parts, and a little counter move and stuff like that. Not quite what was going on in KO versus Cody, which was very technical. Very, it's also kind of funny, if I can catch it. How, like, the announce tables are just part of they're just part of the ring now. Like, you can slam someone on the announcing table, and it doesn't matter. It's just there, like the floor. Any other table, though, in a non-hardcore match, they get DQ'd. Randy finally did a little bit of heel work with an eye poke, and Randy Gunther had a nice arm sell of the injury for the match. So I enjoyed this match very well. I just had to watch that horrible mixed tag match. Oh my god. Anyway, so I'll give this one a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. So our opening match and our middle match and our closing match were great. Our women's tag and mixed intergender matches were horrible. So that one image. Anyway, that's my review of Bash at the Beach. WWE camera work. They've done something that I watched in 1080p, but even in 1080p, the image looks extra crisp compared to most other TV shows now. So they have some nice technology at work in their camera. I don't want to say that much. And excuse me. Beyond that, yeah, I think that's about all I have to say. Catch you all next week.